Now, with days to go for the Ram Mandir Pran Pratishtha ceremony, there's also a film that's got everyone talking. It's the film HanuMan, not HanuMan, HanuMan. A Desi superhero flick that's minting money at the box office, that's got theatres house full essentially, as people across the country are now heaping praise on this Telugu movie. And it's my pleasure to be joined by the actor, the main hero of the flick, Teja Sajja, is with us here on India Today. We also have the director and writer, Prashant Varma. First of all, thank you both so much for joining us here on India Today. Congratulations on the kind of reception that your film has gotten. You've hit a century now, 100 crores at the box office and counting. So let's just say this is the beginning of many more highs. Teja, has it sunk in yet?
No, not yet, ma'am. This just feels like a dream for us. We've never imagined we would reach here. I can just say one word, gratitude for all the love that we are receiving across the nation. And I'm just blank as of now. I have no feelings.
So it's still sinking in, I think. Prashant, what about you?
I'm very happy and I feel grateful for all the love that we are receiving, and I already started working on the sequel.
Oh, you already started working on the sequel. Okay, that's breaking news. Everyone's going to be watching out for. So HanuMan 2 coming very, very soon, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Prashant, everyone's been talking about, the story, about the action sequences and the VFX. It's got attention of so many people. But I also wanted to ask you, one of the big reasons also that it's a hit is because it's in the run-up to the Ram Mandir Pran Pratishtha. So everyone's, of course, in that mood, in that forward. Did you time it? Did you realize that, look, this is when the Mandir ceremony is going to happen, so we're going to release this film about Lord HanuMan at that time?
I didn't time it, ma'am, but I think Hanumanji timed it. Hanumanji timed the Ram Pratishtha around our film's release, because we have announced our film's release almost like 6 months back, and around that time, this Ram Pratishtha is also happening. So I think Hanumanji has timed it in such a way where these two things can happen around just 2 weeks apart from each other.
How beautifully put. How did the idea come to you, Prashant? I'm curious to know. How did the idea come to you of making a superhero flick around Lord HanuMan?
I always wanted to make a superhero film. And when I finally got the budgets and when I finally got a producer who believes in me, and also with the previous film success, I got enough budgets to make a small little superhero film. So then when I thought of which superhero that I should do, I definitely wanted to do a fantasy oriented superhero film, an Indian Desi superhero film, which involves songs and fights and very Indian film. So and definitely Hanumanji was the first person who came to my mind, and it's as if he wanted me to make this film about him. So before I started writing this film, I kept hearing Hanumanji's name for like a month or two. People kept telling me you should keep going to Hanumanji's temple more. You should chant Hanumanji's name a lot. And like random people used to come and tell me all this. So I think it was all meant to be.
Very true. And Teja, what did you make of this? The glorification of Lord HanuMan, it's amazing because when you see this film and the name, of course, HanuMan, it means that we've now got our very own superhero. Kids these days perhaps grow up, worshipping Captain America, worshipping Iron Man, and now you have HanuMan for them to look up to.
Usually actors, when people call actors with their character names or movie titles, they don't feel very happy about it, to be very honest, because they thrive for their own identity. But after this film, if people start calling me as HanuMan, that's the biggest blessing that I can ever reach.
Do you think, it's a great message to go out to youngsters today? Because, a lot of people feel that they're kind of disconnected with our civilization, with our epics, because it's all about Marvel and all of these other big ones, DC Comics and whatnot. Do you think that a film like this will bring them back to our epics?
Definitely, ma'am. Definitely. Prashant sir has made HanuMan cool for the younger generation. So definitely, they will be more interested to wear Indianized clothes, to wear a kurta pajama to their fancy dress rather than wearing the leather pants and masks on their faces. I hope this becomes a trend after the massive reach of HanuMan. Yeah.
And tell me about the look, Teja, of Hanuman. You know, I saw that bit where, of course, he's wearing a kurta. I don't want to reveal too much, but he's wearing a kurta and there's kumkum. And, of course, there is manual turmeric, which is also there on his chest. So very desi look again. Was that intentional? Was that something that all of you kept in mind?
Prashant sir, please go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to create this superhero suit, but in a very organic way. I didn't want someone to just sit and stitch the spandex and create the suit for the hero. I wanted it to form in a very natural way. If you watch the film, there is a sequence in the film where this will all happen very naturally. Like the suit gets formed on its own. The Hanumanji himself has designed this suit for him. So this happens in a temple, and it's not like this is more like an origin film. Okay, so he will not have a suit for major part of the film. So almost in the second half, there is a sequence in the film where this suit gets formed very naturally.
But was that the intention, Prashant, like Teja said, of kind of ensuring that the younger generation also knows about Lord Hanuman, kind of embraces Indian culture? Was that the intention when you started this film?
Absolutely, yes. Absolutely, yes. I'm, very into all this itihasas, like all this history, stories of Ramayana, Mahabharata and all, right from the childhood. So, but most of the kids these days, my nephews, my nieces, they don't know these stories.
Yeah.
So they don't know these characters. So I thought, through films like this, if I can make our gods look cool for them, so they'll be more interested to know more about them. So that was always the intention.
Amazing. Teja, when you first heard the script and, this concept of HanuMan first came to you, what was your first reaction? Did you think that, this is something that people will connect to? Did you feel a bit hesitant and wonder if a Desi superhero will really click with masses?
Never, never. I was super excited. Prashant sir, back in the Telugu states, is considered to be one of the greatest creative directors. So it was always, I was always very confident that he would create something magical out of the idea he has. So when he told me that initially when he told me he wants to make a superhero film itself, that is when I jumped into the project. But when he told me he's mixing a superhero idea with the Indian itihasas, that's another level of excitement for me.
And what was your first reaction when you read the script? How did you feel? And, if you could tell us without divulging too much for those who haven't seen the movie, your favorite scene or your favorite moment from the movie?
It was a very organic process of making the film. It was not one single day that I read the whole story. It was a very organic process. From the idea, from the inception itself, we were enjoying, we were very excited about doing this film. And while making the film, as you've seen in the trailer, the Jai Shri Ram, there's a shot of me saying Jai Shri Ram with a stick in hand. Mm-hmm. So that is my favorite scene from the film. And of course, the chopper stopping sequence. And I don't want to reveal too much. There are plenty of scenes. Those are my favorite. Yeah.
Let's talk about the VFX, Prashant. Not the first time really in the last 1-2 years that we've been seeing these kind of stories where the focus is on Indian epics, the focus is on kind of highlighting Indian heroes, Brahmastra, Adipurush, some of them that I can think of, where some of them lacked in story, some of them lacked in VFX. So a lot of people are saying to the makers of these movies, look at what Prashant has done, look at what he's pulled off. There are lessons for all of you to learn from that. What's your response to that? How did you pull this off, this perfect film?
See, I didn't concentrate on the VFX much because for me, I wanted to tell the story. This was never supposed to be a VFX heavy film. For me, VFX is only a tool to tell this story in a better way. I always made sure the emotion is strong, the characters are properly explored, and the gods are presented in a right way. So this was the initial, this is the major intention, and also to tell the story in a very entertaining way. So that was the intention. So with the little bit of knowledge that I have on the VFX and a lot of passionate guys, like there is 2-3 VFX companies who are like really passionate, not big companies. Upcoming, like a very passionate team. So we work together. Like we did a lot of R&D. We did a lot of trial and error. So it took us almost like 2.5 years to do what we've done today. But yeah, I mean, like, I didn't try to tell the story in a very VFX heavy way. The intention was not that. So my whole concentration is to tell the story in a very strong possible way. So VFX is just added, just another layer to tell the story in a much better, nicer way.
The film has been receiving such amazing reviews across from critics, from people, from cinegoers as well. And like I said in the beginning, it's timed to the Ram Mandir Pran Pratishtha. So I think there's already this mood in the country, which has just been uplifted in a sense because of HanuMan. And I read somewhere, Prashant, that you've also, and the entire crew has also donated quite a bit of money to the Ram Mandir. Can you tell us more about that?
So my producer, particularly South Indians and particularly Telugu people are very devotional people, and they have and they are very superstitious also. So whenever we want something nice to happen to something good to happen, so we basically offer something to the god. So the producer thought if this film does well, irrespective of how the film does. So when he got to know that this Ram Mandir Pran Pratishtha is happening, so he immediately thought, whatever the film makes, on every ticket I will give 5 rupees to Sri Ram, because I am making a film called HanuMan, so I have to contribute, as a producer of the film HanuMan, so I have to contribute something to Sri Ram. So immediately, he thought I'll donate 5 rupees out of every ticket to the Ram Mandir. So he informed me, and he informed Teja, and we happened to share it with Chiru sir, Chiranjeevi sir, when he came to our pre-release event.
Yeah.
So it's not just we already are tracking the number of tickets that are being sold, and number of tickets into 5 rupees. So it will go into crores. So even if no matter how much big the amount is, we are definitely donating all that to Ram Mandir.
So as of now, how much have you donated?
I think it's almost it's almost 1 crore, I think, nearly.
Wow.
And we are also launching a website, a live website that will keep this whole thing tracking. You can see the number of tickets being sold, counted being taken in real time, and also the amount of money that will go to Ram Mandir.
Very interesting.
We're keeping it very transparent, yeah.
So with every person who pays to watch your film, they not just get entertainment, but they're also paying for donating to the Ram Mandir. That's the idea with which you've come out with this kind of an initiative. Very interesting. And it's clearly working, because almost 1 crore now that you've donated. Teja, a beautiful initiative, of course. And I'm sure you feel extremely proud to be a part of a team.
We wouldn't want to put it that way, but it is our producer's sentiment. He felt that it is his responsibility to do this, because the timing, as you said, it is a divine intervention. We've never planned this about the Ram Mandir opening and the release date. This is a divine intervention. He felt very sentimental about this, and he wanted to do it on his own. So the intention is not to ask audience to donate through our tickets. It is him who is doing it. Yeah.
Okay. That's it's a good message that you're sending out there. But Teja also. with, of course, what's happening with the Ram Mandir, and I know this because there was an event that happened. A video of one of your film events went viral where you had Rana Daggubati there, and he had come onto the stage to also be a part where the poster of HanuMan was there. We've got that footage out, and he insisted on removing his footwear. I'm not sure if you know, but this video has also gone viral, and it's a beautiful gesture. It was a beautiful gesture by Rana.
Right.
We have been doing it right from day one. Yeah.
Right from starting of this project, all our team, whenever we are standing in front of the idol or in front of Hanumanji's poster, we usually do that. That is there in us in general, not just God, but in case we don't even stamp on papers or books or anything, we don't do that. So we give that due respect. So that's there in us, and our Rana now also comes from the Telugu state, so we all follow the same kind of sentiments.
Yeah, amazing to see, and I see that video. Actually, all of you are barefoot. You're right. All of you have removed your slippers and gone on there. Prashant, you also wanted to make a point on this.
No. Like Teja said, that is not something that we do it consciously. It happens very, subconsciously. We have it. We do it all our lives. We were taught, to do it when we were kids, so it happens very naturally.
Amazing. With what's happening with the Ram Mandir, Prashant, first to you, would you consider yourself a Ram Bhakt? Are you excited with the Mandir coming up? Are you planning to visit?
If given a chance, if we get an invitation, we would definitely like to visit it on the day of the Prana Pratishtha. But even we don't get it, we will, whenever the common people are allowed to visit, we will be the first person to go in.
Can I just also ask, because I asked you if you're a Ram Bhakt, I am curious to know why you chose to make this film on Lord HanuMan. Our epics have so many heroes, so many inspiring stories, so many warriors. Why did you choose Lord HanuMan?
Hanumanji is the person that comes to everybody's mind when they think of God first. I mean, like for me, it is like, whenever I'm afraid, we think of Hanumanji. Whenever we need, courage, we think about Hanumanji. And there is basically a series of films that we are planning. So Hanuman, we just started with Hanumanji, and then we are doing films like, on more superheroes. We already wrote it. Second film is already announced. It's a series of superhero films inspired by our Indian gods.
Okay, so HanuMan is the first. You're going to be having a lot more superheroes inspired by epics, inspired by some of our gods, yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Very interesting. Teja, to you also about the Ram Mandir. Are you a Ram Bhakt? Are you looking forward to visiting the Ram Mandir?
Definitely, ma'am. We've already been there. We've already been to Ayodhya once. Me and Prashant Garu, we both personally went to Ayodhya. But after the Prana Pratishtha, of course, we would like to visit it immediately. But as he said, I think the normal people are allowed only after first few days. So whenever it opens up, we are there for sure.
Okay. So we'll catch you in Ayodhya then, Teja and Prashant. Thank you very much for joining us here on India Today. Congratulations once again. Your film has been the talk of the town and obviously on course to break many, many more records. And we're definitely looking forward to that sequel. Thank you very much, Teja and Prashant.
Thank you for having us. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us here.